just reading
Oh,
the things from this game trailer. This game that's currently free from this website.
oh, sweet.
It looks like a pretty cool little platformer.
Yeah, platformers are
It,
fun.
it yeah, it's called PID, PID, and I follow this website called Bundle Stars on Facebook, and they said if I subscribe to their newsletter, they'll give me a free game on Steam, and this is the one they gave me.
Sweet. Are you going to play it for us on the podcast and
So,
just talk about it?
no, because that would not make sense.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know. You just like hear the game, you hear me playing it, and I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
So,
But if I think everybody should go to bundlestars.com and check it out.
all right. So, I don't know. Last night, I don't mean to transition into such an odd topic. It's just on my mind right now. But last night I had a dream because Valentine's Day is coming up.
Van Halen Times Day.
And my girlfriend was texting me being like, I don't know what to give you for Valentine's Day. And I was like, you don't have to get me anything. Like, you're already making me dinner. You already made me a card. I'm getting you flowers, stereotypical flowers. And, that's enough. There's going to be a little bit more than that. Oh, but I was just like, you don't have to get me anything. And she's like, all right. And so like before I went to bed last night, she was texting me saying how all her ideas for gifts for me were just shitty. And I was like, seriously, you don't have to get me anything, blah blah blah. And I guess
your gifts suck.
That that stuck in my head and was in my dream. Was I was visiting my girlfriend and she's like, here's your Valentine's Day gift. And I was like, all right. And I'm like, no matter what, I'm going to like it, because you obviously put thought into it and got me a gift. So no matter what, I will like it. And I open it and guess what it is?
What is it?
In my dream, Kira gifted me the worst thing possible ever.
What?
It was a copy of God of War 3.
For real?
For real. It was, yeah. In Dream World, it was real.
That's really funny.
Yeah. And I was like, I didn't know how to tell her that it was like the shittiest gift that I've ever been given.
It's not even that bad of a game, though.
Oh, I think it's bad. I
liked it. Someone bought it for me, so I didn't have to pay for it. So maybe that's part of the reason I like it.
Yeah, I used to do the whole midnight release thing. Now I don't care about midnight releases. I just pick them up on the day they come out, or I get them mailed to me. But I did the whole midnight release with God of War 3. Went home and
beat it by 4 a.m.
Yeah, and like the whole like Street Fighter-esque final boss, when you fight Zeus.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
It was stupid. I was like, this is stupid. This is the stupidest thing I've ever played. And like I was gonna like replay it so I could just do get the platinum trophy and do all the other events, but I was like, this shit ain't worth my time. So
the first time I played God of War 1, I got 100% completion. I was impressed because I didn't use any guides or anything. I just explored and I found all the collectibles.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can get a good trophy for that, and I went on the PS3 port.
Really?
You can also get it for beating it in under 6 hours. So
that's a bullshit trophy.
I think
fuck that trophy.
I think it's geared towards how fast the creator beat it in. So if you can beat it faster than the creator did, then you can. Which another game that gives you cool kudos for beating it faster is this new game that I really want to get, and it's called Octodad.
The game is awesome.
Have you played it?
Yeah. It's really fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about it.
I just played the demo on PS4, and it was, I don't know, it was really fun. My friend invited me over last week to play it too, but I didn't, so I had to work. But I don't know. It's a really fun game.
I really want a PS4.
Me too.
Octodad just looks fun. And I know there's time trial version where you can beat certain levels faster than like the developers did, and it's just a really good physics game, like shows off the physics of video games and shit like that. So it looks
it's on
cool.
Steam.
Yeah, it is on Steam.
You should get it.
I barely ever play games on Steam. Because
you're a nerd.
I have like 3 games on Steam, and it's Team Fortress 2, Left 4 Dead 2, and Awesomenauts. And if I was to get on Steam right now and pick one of those games to play, it would be Awesomenauts because it's awesome.
Yeah, the game's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I have like 150 games on Steam or something. I have a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you take advantage of the bundles and shit like that, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so you're bound to have all those games.
And PS folks, the current Humble Bundle has a bunch of the Civilization 5 games. Woo! I don't care about Civ 5, but I guess a lot of people do. But you can pick what you want for Civ 5 and some expansions.
There was a kid I knew in high school that bought Civ 5 from GameStop on computer and like took it home, and his computer couldn't run it. So he took it back to GameStop to return it because he couldn't play it. And their policy, especially with brand new games, is like once it's open, they can't take it back.
Yeah.
So he was so pissed, and he to this day he doesn't like GameStop. He doesn't he hates my little brother. He takes advantage of Walmart sometimes. He'll return scratch games and shit like that he scratched in a 6-hour period of just buying the game. He'll take it back, be like, yeah, I got this game and it was scratched, and they'll be like, yeah, we'll take it. Go swap it.
That is absurd.
Because Walmart doesn't give a shit. They don't, GameStop
Walmart doesn't care about anything.
Yeah, Walmart and GameStop, 2 completely different, video game retailers, but. Yeah, so with Civilization 5, I just know that one guy, it ruined his whole GameStop life. Man. So, hey guys, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
It's Comics Relief, episode 5.
You must construct additional pylons.
Yeah, episode 5, and we got artwork.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah. So a guy who draws comic books in the comic book world named Ian McGinty drew us a pretty cool looking album art for our podcast.
It's a fun picture.
Yeah. Tyler's got the beard and everything, and I got blonde hair, and
I'm really fat.
But that's okay. That just means there's more of you to love.
In my comic form, I suppose so. It's a cool picture, though.
I love Tyler in comic form.
I'm very grateful.
I'm super grateful, too. It took a while, but we're happy. So, thanks, Ian, for the awesome artwork.
You're the man.
If you listen to our podcast, you are the man.
I think we have 1 or 2 frequent listeners.
I think so, and I think we get the occasional the adventurer on the internet who might stumble across our podcast. Yeah. But I'm hoping that will change soon in the future. I've got some plans in the works for us to get
Grace said she listened to 15 minutes of the podcast and then got really bored and stopped listening to it.
That's funny.
But I mean, it's none of the stuff she's into. So
yeah, Yeah, my girlfriend listened to like episode 0 and was like, "This is shit," and then like,
episode 0 sucks.
and then listened to episode 1 and was like, "You guys got like 100% better at this." And then I was like, "Have you listened to episode 2?" And she's like, "Nope." And then
I feel like we've gotten better even since then, though.
Yeah, we sure have. I'm trying to project my voice more, so I sound more like a on the air radio talent rather than just some guy who lives in an
So
apartment.
I sound more like a TV news anchor.
So welcome to the podcast. Yeah, not like that, but just trying to project a little bit more and not be so Mr. Zop monotone.
Yeah. Purple. The only word that rhymes with purple is maple syrup.
Oh, those good old days. Yeah. What we got? What have you been doing this week, Tyler?
I had my birthday, so I celebrated that.
Happy birthday!
Oh, thank you. My dad came up and took me out to eat. That was pretty cool. Sweet. And then my mom's gonna come up on Friday and then take me out to lunch. So that'll be cool.
That's a little late.
Yeah. That's when it works, though.
Your mom obviously doesn't love you as much as your dad does.
Well, she tried to take me out on my birthday, but I had to work most of the day. So.
Yeah, I hear that. Speaking of parents loving their children, I did post on the Face Space like a couple days ago how my dad is the only person who ever texts me. And when,
I saw that.
And when he does text me, he usually asks what happened on the Sunday Night Wrestling pay-per-view. What happened after he went to bed on Monday Night Wrestling, or when I'm going to pay the phone bill. And he doesn't have a Facebook, but a lot of my family does. And like whatever gets posted usually gets repeated right back to my dad. So my dad is kind of in the loop on what we're doing with our lives.
Yeah.
And he's been texting me ever since, like being like, "Hey, how's your day going?" Like he's been going like, "Hey, is your day as awesome as you hope it to be?"
Your dad's really funny.
My dad's awesome. Like, I gotta give him credit. Like, for actually, after somebody told him that, he just went out of his way and he's been texting me now. And we've been having other conversations besides wrestling. So I didn't mean to interrupt your story, but it was on topic.
No, that's really cool. I like that he texts you more now.
Yeah, it's only been for a couple days. I'm gonna see how long he can keep it up, but he's been doing a good job. He hasn't been asking me when's the phone bill money coming in, so
nice.
It's all good. He's a cool guy. If you want to put into perspective what kind of person he is Hank Hill. So
pretty much
everyone, my dad is Hank Hill. So when I talk about my dad, just picture Hank Hill.
He doesn't really look like him.
He doesn't.
He's got that mentality.
He has the Hank Hill mentality for sure. I'm not like Bobby.
Yeah, not
at all. But so Tyler, you had would you say a good birthday? Solid.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Solid.
I didn't do too much. We were gonna go bowling, me and my girlfriend, but I got really tired after dinner.
Yeah, that happens after you eat.
I just didn't. We were gonna go bowling yesterday, but I guess we just forgot.
That's called getting old.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I can convince her to take me out tonight.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
She got me a bunch of cool stuff though. She got me a big cookbook called the Veganomicon, which is just awesome. It's got a cool title.
Awesome.
It's got a lot of cool recipes, and then she got me some beard soap and beard oil, or not beard soap and beard oil.
I hear beard oil keeps your beard nice and soft.
Yeah, it makes it look really nice too. She's always like, I won't care if you shave your beard, but then she goes and buys me stuff like beard oil and beard soap.
Well, she obviously respects the beard.
No, she loves it.
Oh, she loves it.
Yeah.
Oh, I took that as she kind of wants you to shave it, but
No, she does not at all. She's just saying that to like please me, I guess.
I like it. She bows to the beard.
Obey your beard.
Obey the beard. Fear the beard. The beard
Man,
is
it was a
pleased.
it was a decent week other than that. I mean, I just worked and played some Borderlands.
Awesome.
Bought 3 months of PlayStation Plus.
Nice.
So that's cool. What'd you do this past week?
I attended the Sturgeon Shivery, which
Woo!
is I talked about that a little bit last week. I went out on the ice on the frozen lake.
You didn't fall through.
I didn't fall through.
Good.
But there was one lady that I wanted to interview there, and she was like all stuffed up, and she's like, "I'm kind of sick, I think." You know, she didn't know. She was just kind of being a trooper. And like today, I like sent her an email being like, "Hey, just wanted to let you know I got some cool footage out there on the ice, and look forward to it being on the local channel soon." And she's like, "Sweet, can't wait for it. By the way, I got pneumonia." Like she just threw that into the conversation. She's she's a high energy lady, and she's awesome. And I got a chuckle out of her just telling me she has pneumonia. But
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Other than that, that stuff with my dad, that's usually that's all I've been up to this week. I did make a nice little chiptune music.
Which is sweet.
We'll probably throw that on the beginning of this podcast just so that there's no like giant jump into the podcast. It kind of will ease you in with a musical adventure.
Yeah, it's nice. It'll make you feel like you're playing Megan Man.
Yeah.
Megan Man.
Megan Man. Megan Man.
It might make you feel like you're playing Metroid. I can hear Thor chirping a whole bunch.
She is in heat, and I don't want to talk about it.
That definitely explains a lot.
Yeah. She's in love with my foot right now. She's infatuated by it.
Gross.
Right? She's very vocal when she's in heat.
Apparently.
She's not as bad as what she was earlier. Like usually when I'm trying to sleep, she'll like go out into my living room and just howl. Like,
oh God.
And it's like I'm like, shut up. Please.
Did she say Oh Long Johnson?
No.
Oh Long Johnson.
Like the talking animals on YouTube.
Yeah, they're so funny.
No, it's not like that. If it was, I would be seriously even more annoyed than what I am now. But
then you could put it on YouTube and get like 3 million views.
Probably. That would launch my career.
Grace and I were watching those videos last night. There was one where they're trying to put a cat in the bath, and it kept saying no. It was like, no.
That's funny.
It was hilarious.
I graduated from the college. From my college, I graduated with a guy who had an internet famous cat that he was given a bath, and his like cat freaked out and stuff like that. And he gets like a good check every month from the advertising that he makes off of
That's sweet
YouTube video. But like he's gotten like emails of like death threats and stuff from that, like
what?
From like people saying that the videos promoting animal cruelty and stuff like that, just because like his cat is freaking out that he put it in the bath.
So threaten to kill a person over it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't agree with animal cruelty at all, but I don't think giving your cat a bath is too cruel.
Yeah, no.
You shouldn't do it, but if you have to do it, you should.
I gave my cat a bath one time. I was just testing it out. She was in heat, and I gave her a nice little bath, and she was like quiet the whole time, and her head was just kind of sticking out of the water, like she didn't know what to do.
Some cats love it.
And like she was just kind of like sitting there, like moving her head, like what's going on? Like I don't know what is this? And like I was like, yeah, that's nice. And I got her all wet and I was like, toweled her off dry. And then I let the water out of the bathtub. And there was like a layer of like cat hair on the bottom of the tub. I was like, I ain't doing that again.
Yeah. I washed my cat in the sink one time and he hated it.
Yeah, I believe that.
But I was watching a video on YouTube of a cat just laying in a bowl of warm water. And every time the owner tried to take it out, it would like meow really loud and get back in.
Really?
Yeah, it loved it. It's like taking it out of the water was torture. They're so cute.
That is cute.
I think I want to get another cat soon.
I just got a text message from my dad.
Oh.
It says,
"Perfect.
Hey, how was your day? Did everything go your way?" Well, yes, it did, Father.
Thanks, Daddy Pooh.
I just want him to like send me like a message, and it sounds like it's from like the Civil War times or something like that. It's like, "Dear son, we are missing you. Please send your thoughts from the battlefront. We hope you are not seeing any, we hope you are not seeing any action. Abraham Lincoln is doing all that he can to stop the war."
That'd be funny.
That would be funny.
Hey, guess what's coming back on?
What? What's coming back on?
Starting this weekend.
What?
The Walking Dead.
Oh my gosh, The Walking Dead.
And I heard that the Norman Reedus said these next 8 episodes are going to be amazing.
I heard that. All I heard about it was that the mid-season premiere is supposed to be just amazing.
I hope so. The mid-season finale was so good.
It was like ridiculous.
All of season 4 was so boring, but then the mid-season finale came and it just made everything that much better.
Yeah, I agree.
Fuck the governor.
I do not like the governor.
No, he's such a bitch.
I didn't like him in the books. But you know what? There's some serious shit coming up in the books. Oh my god.
He's just like a big crybaby. I understand like he lost his family and stuff, but that doesn't mean you have to be fucking insane.
Yeah. And I don't want to say too much to anybody who hasn't watched it, but I did make a mistake with watching The Walking Dead, and that is I binged it.
That's what I did.
And I consumed way too much Walking Dead in like one sitting, and then it was all just so I could catch up and watch the mid-season marathon on AMC for season 4. And then I watched that, and I was like, "Oh my god, never!" I swear I lost like 3 years of my life.
I feel like you watched all of that within like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I did, and that's a huge mistake. Don't do it, guys. Just take your time, but it is the slowly Walking Dead at some points.
The very, very slowly Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, what's that?
Go ahead.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. Well, I have one wish.
All right.
And maybe I don't know. Do you have any wishes?
I don't
for life.
I don't. No. I expect nothing out of life right now.
This is a wish that I found that somebody else made, but it is also my wish.
Right.
And my one wish is for it to rain tacos.
Do they have to? Are they going to be vegan tacos?
Yeah.
All right, vegan tacos. You got to change it. It can't be the same wish then. I'm pretty sure they want beef shit tacos.
Beef shit tacos.
Like grade D meat tacos.
Grace and I have been we made vegan tacos a couple weeks ago, and they were so good. And I bet nobody would even be able to tell the difference between the vegan tacos and a meat taco.
Well, when I went to your house and we made vegan burritos, I didn't even...
Oh, those were really good.
I didn't even miss the meat in them. Like, I didn't...
No.
They were so good. And
those ones didn't even really, like, taste like burrito filling or anything, but it was just like... well, it kind of did. I mean, there were refried beans and taco seasoning stuff in there.
It was so good. I loved it. And that cheese that whatever that cheese was the
Yeah,
bomb.
it was Dia Pepper Jack.
Yeah.
So good.
That was ridiculous.
I want to make those again soon. I want to make it for Grace, but she says that she hates quinoa. But I think that's because she ate quinoa at the airport on her way home from France.
Yeah.
And it was like just prepackaged garbage that was not good.
I love quinoa.
She's like quinoa's like couscous, except not good. You know, like couscous is a totally different food. That's pasta, you ding dong.
You also know what I like? That's vegan friendly or vegetarian friendly.
What's that? Oreos?
No. I like falafel.
Oh, falafel's so good. I eat that like all the time.
Man, we're not even going to get to comic books today, guys. We're just going
falafel and hummus. Oh my god, I've been eating so much hummus lately, and it's so wonderful.
3 things that I eat the most here, living here. I eat hummus, I eat salsa, and I eat trail mix. Those are like my 3 key main,
Grace and I bought a 3.75 pound container of hummus one day.
Oh my god.
It was like $12. It was so worth it.
That is worth it, especially when like a little dish at like Walmart's like $3.
Yeah, it's either they're on sale right now for $3.50.
Jeez.
Normally $4.29, I think, for the one I like.
Yeah, I like the Sabre with
that's what I get.
The red pepper. They sell it for like $2 something here at the local mart, but I think that's only
no way.
I think that's only because they order it and they can't sell it. Because
that's insane. That's such a good price.
I live in like a weird hick town, so
you should mail me some.
I don't think it would be any good by the time it got there.
I paid $3.50 a piece for those, and I just bought 2 of them yesterday.
Yeah, but I don't like the garlic one. I like the red chili pepper one.
I get supremely spicy, and I just got roasted pine nut, which was really good.
Oh, another thing I eat is dried pineapple.
Oh, that'd be really good.
Dried pineapple is my favorite of all dried fruits.
Nice. I like dried strawberries.
Oh, I forgot about dried strawberries. That is a game changer.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're really hard to find though for me here.
I just buy Special K.
Special K?
With red berries.
Oh, that's not the kind of dried strawberries I'm talking about.
Oh no, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about like trail mix dried strawberries. Like these have when you bite into them, they have like the texture of like a gummy.
Oh, weird. So like a dried cranberry or a raisin?
Yeah, like that, except it's a strawberry and it is so good.
That would be delicious. Like a sun-dried tomato.
It's ridiculous. It's like a raisin, but there's like I want to say there's more meat to it. There's more berry. There's a deeper bite into the strawberry, and it's so good.
Yeah, I understand.
That and dried pineapples. It's a tide right now. So, but thank you for reminding me of dried strawberries. So now that we went on this tangent about food, I think it's time to start talking about some comic books and comic book news and video games and movies, stuff like that.
Yeah, all the boring stuff.
Yeah, all the boring shit. What do you think, Thor? Do you think it's boring?
She said no.
I don't speak cat. Let's try that one more time. What? I think that means better get this shit over with. All right. We're going into the comic book news, guys. Here we go. Something I want to talk about discussion. DC Comics is moving to Burbank, California, Tyler.
I don't know what that means for the company at all.
They just want to be closer to their movie studio, I guess it is, or whatever, the DC, television studios or whatever it is over in Burbank, California.
Yeah.
So they're moving their New York office to Burbank, and some people don't want to leave, and some people do want to leave, but DC hasn't confirmed whether or not who's staying and who's going, but there is one bit of news out there, and that's the lead Batman editor, Mike Marts, is going back to Marvel. He is not leaving New York. He is going over to Marvel, but it didn't say what he'll be doing at Marvel. The article.
Marvel's Batman.
What's that?
Marvel's Batman.
I think they'd have to go with Batman.
Or Bat Guy.
Bat Guy. Yeah. But no, here's where it gets into discussion. He used to do X-Men over at Marvel. Mike did anyways, and then he did that for like 10 years, and then he left in like 2006 to go start be the Batman editor at DC. Probably a better paying gig, I could imagine Batman is, you know.
Yeah, Batman sells.
I think Batman's the number one like logo you see out there that is, comic book related.
Yeah.
But so Mike is staying in New York and he's going to Marvel as an executive editor. That's it. That's all this article states. And then I was trolling the websites and the news, and I found out that Marvel is moving X-Men's head executive editor over to Spider-Man.
Huh.
So I think that Mike Marts is going to be making a return to the X-Men executive, being the executive editor of X-Men.
That's definitely what it sounds like.
That's, I mean, I'm just saying this now. I did speculate the Amazing Spider-Man making his return. So I think Mike Marts is going over to Marvel as the head executive editor of X-Men. That's my speculation.
That'd be sweet.
So I think it's going to be cool. He did a good job, back through 96 to 06 as overseeing X-Men. But now who we going to get to do Batman? That's the question. I think
I'm sure they're going to get someone good because Batman editor has to be good.
Yeah.
Because it's like DC's biggest comic book series.
Yeah.
Because there's so many offshoots of it.
Yeah.
So many spin-offs.
I think what DC should do is just let Scott Snyder do it. I think that it would be cool. Scott Snyder, his Batman books right now are really cool. They're ridiculous. And excuse me. I just think he'd do a great job. I know he's got his hands wet with some Batman books now, so maybe they might hold off. They might just put somebody in there as a placeholder, or they might actually have set in stone who they want to head Batman. But I'm just saying, DC, if you're listening to me, you got a good guy there with Scott Snyder. Give him a job, a solid job, anyways. But I think Scott Snyder would be a good move for DC. But also, I think Mike Marts is going to be heading up X-Men over at Marvel.
That'd be cool. We'll probably see some changes then, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think he knows what it takes to in an X-Men book, and he did it for 10 years of his a whole decade. So I think it's going to be good change. So
I look forward to it.
I look forward to it as well. I know you, Tyler, are excited for the 2016.
You're right. I am.
I know you are excited for the 2016 Superman sequel, dubbed Superman Batman movie coming out, right?
Yeah, the Batman versus Superman movie.
Batman versus Superman.
Now I guess now it's commonly referred to as Batman / Superman.
I think it's Superman / Batman. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's one of those two.
That's weird.
But how do you feel about Lex Luther being cast?
At first, I was kind of weirded out by the fact that it's Jesse Eisenberg because he's such a little weirdo.
It could have been either him or Michael Cera. Those were probably the two picks.
Michael Cera, absolutely not.
But they're like almost the same person, kind of.
Almost, but uh, once I realized that Jesse Eisenberg plays an intellectual very well,
Yeah.
I think it might be a good choice.
I think it's going. I think it will be a good choice as well. Especially since after I saw The Social Network, um, he plays. He plays the creator of Facebook in that
Mark
movie,
Zuckerberg.
Mike Zuckerberg, and
Mark.
like, you almost feel like he's so intellectual that it's almost like Asperger's syndrome, almost.
Yeah, that's what kind of set me off to believe that he'll be a good Lex Luthor.
Yeah, me too. And then also being cast is Alfred.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons. Weird story with Jeremy Irons. My ex-girlfriend actually has like I don't know if she still does, but she did have a weird thing for like Jeremy Irons. She has like a weird thing for older men, especially.
Yes, she does.
But yeah, so it was weird to see Jeremy Irons' name pop up in like a article I was reading. I was like, where the fuck do I know Jeremy Irons from? And I had to think about it for a little bit, and I was like, shit.
My girlfriend has a thing for Alan Rickman. It's really funny and really weird.
It is. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually going to talk about Alan Rickman later in the podcast, but funny that you bring that up.
It is really funny, but I think he's a good choice.
Yeah,
I look forward to seeing it.
He's Batman's confidant. He raised Bruce Wayne. He's a lot of things that for Bruce Wayne. So I'm excited to see. It's going to be all new for us. Where I'm so
also,
what's that?
If they don't shave Jesse Eisenberg's stupid hair, I'm not gonna like the movie.
They have to. It's probably already in a contract that says you must be bald for this movie.
For real, he's got stupid hair, so they have to do it.
No. This is what I bet's gonna happen. Kryptonite gives Jesse Eisenberg cancer, and so he has to go through chemo, and he goes bald, and then he becomes super obsessed with I don't know. I'm done speculating. I'm done speculating, guys. So, more reveals in comic book movie world. Not really much of a reveal, but Mark Webb sent a kind of on Twitter. Twitter's kind of popular for people to kind of just post random news and spoilers on, but he's revealing, BJ Novak, his role in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. There wasn't much on this. He just kind of said at Twitter, he posted the book that BJ Novak recently just published and was kind of like, said something, and now everybody knows BJ Novak is going to be in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but we don't know what yet, so more to come. And if what's that?
I don't really have any feelings about this.
I don't either.
I mean, the first Amazing Spider-Man, the only reason I liked it is because it was more true to the comic book, and I'm not particularly excited for the second one. I'm sure I'll see it, and I'm not really familiar with BJ Novak because I don't care about The Office.
I like The Office. The Office was one of my shows, and the series, it ended on my birthday, so it was like the best 21st birthday or 22nd birthday gift I've ever had. So
that's sweet.
It ended up, they ended it just for me. But
we gotta end this on Evan's birthday.
BJ Novak, he's funny. He's a good, talented writer. He's shown himself as an actor. I don't know what much he can act though, but he can definitely be an actor. So.
And he has a fun first name.
Yeah, BJ. Sure, it stands for nothing that you're thinking of.
I bet it's Billie Jean.
Billie Jean, who's not my lover. Yeah, Michael Jackson. Speaking of a Jackson, man, that was terrible. Allegory, Jackson, and Siri launching Bee and Puppycat #1 with by Boom in May. If you guys don't know by now, I am a big fan of this YouTube series called Bravest Warriors. Bravest Warriors was created by Pendleton Ward, who did Adventure Time. Not only am I a fan of both those shows, I'm also a fan of the comic books that come out of it. And Pendleton Ward teamed up with Channel Frederator. Tyler, you look really weird as I'm like admitting my love for. But Channel Frederator teamed up with Pendleton Ward and created Cartoon Hangover on YouTube. So it's kind of like an adult-friendly cartoons that get produced and they're shorts on YouTube. And Bravest
Channel Frederator is they do really high quality cartoons.
It's good stuff. But one of the shows that was on it was called Bee and Puppycat, and it was a 2-part episode, and it was pretty good. And out of that episode came a Kickstarter to fund its a 1-season, so that it could produce 1 season. And I can't remember what the total on it was. I think it hit it's gonna produce a total of 10 episodes. I think it was
Nice.
It was originally set at 600,000, so that would produce 6 episodes. So ended up getting over $900,000 or something like that. So, and along with that, they were like, well, everyone else is putting out comic books. Why don't we also do a comic book? So they teased in Bravest Warriors that, hey, look out, we're going to be coming out with a comic book. And finally it has a date. And the writer and the drawer of the show is going to be doing the comic books as well. So I think that's pretty amazing when you have the same writers and the same creators doing both the show and the comic books. I mean, it should make out for a good read and a good show. But I just thought, I didn't mean to talk so much about its backstory and everything like that. I just
No, that's why we're here.
I like it, and I think it's going to be a good addition. If you want to get a good feel for what Bee and Puppycat is going to be about, just go check it out on the Cartoon Hangover. I'll put a link in the show notes if you're into looking at our show notes. But if you're listening, feel free to just go over to Cartoon Hangover, look up Bee and Puppycat, and it's pretty good. A girl who's struggling to find a job gets this little alien cat to be her sidekick, and it's pretty good.
Nice.
That it's been a short week for the comic books, and that you got any news on comics? Anything?
No, I don't. I didn't see anything this week.
All right, so we're doing something a little bit different for the movies. Over the weekend, a great actor passed away. Philip Seymour Hoffman, who is one of my favorite actors. I'm pretty sure he's one of your favorite actors as well, Tyler.
Yeah, he is.
But the movie world, we've lost a great one. That's all I can say.
He died on my birthday.
Yeah, sad.
Sucks.
But I just wanted to take this time for our movie section to kind of just let's just reflect back on your first, if you remember it or not, your first Philip Seymour Hoffman experience where you got the full Philip Seymour Hoffman acting.
I'm not entirely sure what movie I saw him in first. I'm trying to recall, but why don't you go first?
Okay. I really liked him in The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
You remember?
That probably is where I saw him first.
But that's not where I noticed him as because he wasn't the main in that. He was just kind of the assistant in that movie, and he did it well. he the movie that stands out to me, and I watched it with our buddies Patrick and Brandon, and that's us. I'm gonna say it wrong, but I think it's called Syndidoke or Syndidoke.
Synecdoche.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Synecdoche.
Yeah, it's based off that city that's in New York, right? Or it's of
Yeah.
it takes place in a town with the same name. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. I can't pronounce it.
We'll sound it out. It's Synecdoche.
All right.
No, that's a tough word.
Yeah.
For some reason, I felt like you were gonna pick that one.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's a good one, right? You've seen it, right?
I haven't seen that one. No.
You have, but you know how to say it at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. You know, he's a playwright in it, and he's kind of obsessed with his own life. That he starts writing this play about his life and everything that's going on in his life, and then he gets this giant stage for it, and he's like obsessed with casting him. You know, who's gonna play himself in this movie? And it's been a long time since I've seen it, so if I'm telling something wrong, I hope somebody corrects me later and is like, "Hey, you gotta go watch it again." I'm gonna go watch it again. But he gets obsessed with his life, and he's casting his life, and he's directing his life, and he gets, you know, it gets so far into the production where he's like, "I gotta add this play into my play." So there becomes a part in the play where like you see multiple actors that are portraying Philip Seymour Hoffman in this play, and like this is the part where I, you know, in my play when I casted myself in this play. You know, it gets down to that, and like I won't spoil the end because every time the play is supposed to end, he's like, I know how to end it, and then it like kind of like starts over again, like the play starts over again, and it just finally gets to the point where he's like super old, and he's, you know, there's multiple versions of himself, there's multiple versions of his wife, there's multiple versions of his, you know, his lover, and it's just it's a great, it's a well thought out movie, and he's awesome in it, and that's when Philip Seymour Hoffman kind of stuck out to me as a great actor. So I don't know.
That's really awesome.
After that, what do you have to say, Tyler?
The cover of the film cover for Synecdoche looks exactly like a dream I had once. It's really weird. I don't know. I just Philip Seymour Hoffman is amazing. Was I don't know. He's known for a lot of things like The Master and most recently The Hunger Games.
You're right.
Which I wonder if they're going to. I wonder what they're going to do about the Hunger Games Part 2.
What I've heard is that it's not going to affect their filming at all.
No.
Yeah. What was scheduled for Philip Seymour Hoffman was like 7 days left of filming.
Okay.
So they're gonna.
So it's gonna have like a CG version of him.
I think that's disrespectful.
It really is.
If that's what they do. I'm not saying you're I'm just saying if any movie company was like, let's just CG him in. Really?
I really don't think they would.
Like, but
that would just be absurd.
Yeah, that would be worse than in Terminator Salvation when they had CG Arnold be the Terminator bots at the end of that movie. And it's just like, hey, look, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it's not really. It's just a CG version of Arnold.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah, but yeah, 7 days left of filming for him, anyways. But yeah, it's interesting, especially when they said that, you know, his death won't affect, you know, them finishing the movie or anything like that. But just, you know, he's had a good run. I'm sure there was a lot more years in him. It's tragic, you know, how he went out, but you know, it's real world out there, guys, and real things happen, and it's just sad to see him go. And I just think it was too soon, but you know, this is the comics relief homage to Philip Seymour Hoffman. So
yeah, I don't know. I wish I could remember what exactly I really came to appreciate him in, but I don't. I know he was in Cold Mountain, which was a really good movie,
Right.
and he was also in Red Dragon,
Yeah.
which is a cool movie. But
Yeah.
I don't know why I like him so much. Probably just because he's such a great actor.
I think he was so well rounded, and
Yeah,
you could put him into any role, and he was doing it.
He doesn't seem like Philip Seymour Hoffman. He seems like the character he's playing, and
Yeah.
that's what I really like about that's what I really like about him. He's also in Capote. He played Truman Capote.
Yeah, he did. But rest in peace, Philip Seymour Hoffman. You were great. You were awesome. We loved you.
You're the man more than Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
We are giving you that title forever. You are more than.
You're the man more than Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
You're more.
For real though. Sorry.
Yeah, for real. So let's move on. Going into video game news. I just thought it would be nice to highlight that GTA 5 has shipped over 32.5 million copies.
You know what's cool about that?
What's that?
You shipped one of those copies to me.
Yeah, that was actually one of my copies to you. It was an additional to the 32.5 million.
Yeah.
It's one of those. But yeah. Did you put it in yet, or?
No, not yet. I'm still playing Borderlands.
Yeah. Take your time. You're no rush. I'm not gonna play it anytime soon. So.
I've played it before. It's really fun.
Yeah, it is really fun. But also to highlight, Minecraft has reportedly said it sold 14 million Minecraft games on PC, which makes its series total to over 35 million copies of Minecraft.
Insane. The game used to be free.
Yeah. Yeah, it was until they put it on consoles. They put it on iPads. They put it on your iPhone. They put it on everything.
When I played it, it was like in my browser.
When it
was weird.
When it was like a Unity game.
Yeah.
A Unity browser game. I remember those days. I couldn't commit to Minecraft, to be honest.
I really liked Terraria, which I'm sure people are getting sick of people comparing the two, but they are the same thing. One's just 2D.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend actually was talking to me about Terraria the other day. He's like, "Have you played it?" I was like, "No." And he's just like, "Yeah, it's basically Minecraft, but whatever."
It's really fun. I like it.
I hear it's awesome. Games where you can just basically make whatever the fuck you want. They end up being fun. Yeah. My extent to that though is like Little Big Planet. I got super creative in Little Big Planet and was like making cars and stuff like that like I don't even would deem imaginable to be made in real life. But I've seen some really cool stuff out of. I saw Hayao Miyazaki's Spirited Away, a level created based on Spirited Away in Little Big Planet that just blew my mind right out of the water.
Yeah, that's sweet.
So, I mean, stuff like that gets made in Minecraft all the time. So, I mean, I'm getting off topic. It has been announced that the next Walking Dead season 2 chapter is around the corner.
And we're not talking about the TV show. We're not talking about the comic book. We're talking about the Telltale game series.
Yeah.
And I still haven't played the first one, but I'm very excited to have two of them to play in a row.
I just had a really long sigh. Tyler,
I don't know why I haven't played it yet.
To play it.
Like, I love those games so much, and I was so excited for it to come out.
Set aside 2 hours of your life to play it.
Yeah, I will.
Seriously. I want to talk to you about it.
I still haven't played I still haven't watched Arrow either since it started back up.
I want to talk to you about the Walking Dead video game. So. All
right, I'll play it.
God damn it. You don't have to play. There's no date. It's just supposed to be. I think what they said is it will be here in time for Valentine's Day. So expect it, hopefully in a week.
Sweet.
So, yeah, awesome. And also, The Wolf Among Us. I'm disappointed because I really wanted to pick this episode as to talk about part 1 and what you think will happen in part 2. This is.
I'm sorry.
So god damn it. The Wolf Among Us part 2 came out yesterday,
which is exciting. I saw the trailer for it. It looked really good. I also saw the trailer for the first episode, which looked really good, but I still haven't picked that game up.
It looks awesome. Yeah. I mean, so Telltale is gonna have some shit out for you guys to play.
Telltale's awesome,
especially you, Tyler.
Yeah,
I can't wait for their Game of Thrones game.
I blew through the first season of the Telltale game series of The Walking Dead in like 2 days. I don't know.
I did too. I was playing it with my brother. Kind of like my brother was just watching me play it.
Yeah.
And like he was like, I gotta go home, and I was like, I felt bad because I was like, all right. And then I felt bad, and I was like, I'll stop playing it, and he'll come over tomorrow, and we play it again. And he can get the same experience that I got, but I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I just started playing it again. And like he came over, he's like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, playing fucking Telltale Walking Dead. I'm like, I'm almost done with it. He's like, oh, all right. I don't want any spoilers. So he just left me alone. I was like, oh, man. So it was a good game.
Hey, before we move on to the next segment, can we take a brief commercial break?
All right. Everyone, please stay tuned for a word from our sponsors. So, Tyler, do you ever get bored at work?
Why, yes, I do.
You know what you should do at work?
What's that, Evan?
Listen to the Comics Relief podcast.
Well, gee, what's that?
It's a comic book related podcast. It's hosted by these two guys named Evan and Tyler. They sound like big douches on the internet, but what they have to say is pretty funny.
I'll check that out.
All right. Go right ahead. All right, guys. Welcome back to the podcast.
That was a word from our sponsors.
That was our sponsor.
We are our sponsors, so
yeah,
that was us.
That was us.
In case you couldn't tell.
That was weird. I heard myself on the radio. That was weird. I sound weird on the radio, Tyler.
Yeah, so do I.
I sound like a big giant douchebag.
Yeah, we sound like a couple of internet douchebags.
Internet douchebags.
But what we have to say is pretty funny.
Yeah, we do. We are pretty funny. We're funny guys.
We're funny as shit.
What do you mean by funny? Funny looking?
Funny like how?
Funny how? You know, like a clown. You're funny.
Like ha funny?
Oh god, the Goodfellas.
Joe Pesci.
I'm Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci, I'll stab you in the thigh because I'm only like 3 foot tall.
You know, when I was like 5 years old, I thought Joe Pesci was the coolest actor in the world. Because he was like as tall as me, except really badass.
That was the funniest thing that has ever been said on this podcast.
And don't get me wrong, he is a great actor.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I just thought he was so cool when I was young.
You must have like watched Home Alone like a million times.
I did. I really did.
Oh man, it's funny that we're talking about Joe Pesci and the Goodfellas, because that kind of like transitions us to our next like video game news, and that's
we're getting like subconsciously better at this game.
We are. And it's Yakuza 5, which is, if you don't know what a Yakuza is, then go fucking Wikipedia that shit.
Yeah, you're dumb.
It's basically Japanese mobsters, gangsters. And it's a video game produced by Sega. And here's the weird thing. It's supposed to be come out here in the West courtesy of Atlas. That's weird. Yeah. That's weird because that's a Sega driven game, and it's been out in Japan for some time. And,
why is it coming out under Atlas?
Sega, I guess, recently bought Atlas or something like that. Okay. But like, it's just a rumor right now. It's rumored, and it's kind of weird.
Okay.
I just think it's weird that it's coming out under Atlas. I don't believe it. I think Sega will just be like, here you go, America. Here's fucking Yakuza with your. We didn't do any voice dubbing again because we like you have to read subtitles when you play our games. And
I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, Atlas is a good developer or publisher. Are they a publisher? I think they're a
their
publisher.
publisher.
Yeah, I mean they've published so many good games like the Fire Emblem series
Yeah,
and
but
what
yeah,
else?
the list goes on with Atlas. I just I just think it's rumored, but it's just a weird take for like a company to just kind of be like, we made this game, it's out in Japan, and all we have to do basically is just get it, make it region locked to region 1, which is North America, and
Yeah,
then we also have to put in English subtitles.
yeah.
I
I
don't
I think it's exciting.
I love the Yakuza games, no matter how bad they are. God,
Atlas did our favorite game, Demon Souls,
yeah, that's right, they did. I'm
with
not
Catherine
I'm
also.
not a big fan of Demon Souls. I'm more of a Dark Souls kind of guy.
It's because you're not a hardcore gamer.
I'm not hardcore enough. Did you see that photo of like the girl in lingerie and she's holding a PlayStation 3 controller, and the caption said, "I'm such a hardcore gamer that I don't even have to look at the TV to play." And like the TV's on in the background, and she's like looking at the camera, holding the controller. I thought that was pretty funny.
I saw a picture of this sexy in quotation marks girl. She's like she'd be sexy if you were in like the '90s. She was like at a computer desk in her lingerie, like typing away, and the only thing in front of her, she's like looking at the camera, but she's typing away, and the only thing in front of her is a printer. There's no computer screen or anything.
The media portrays women as such dumbasses.
Yeah, which is stupid.
It's stupid. Media, you're stupid.
Hate you, media.
Media, we're no longer friends. Stop trying to request. Stop trying to request me on Facebook, media.
Yeah.
I don't want to be friends
Yeah.
anymore. Oh man, speaking of not wanting to be friends anymore, me and you, we're over. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, guys. Kidding.
So they're done being friends.
I'm sorry, children. You're Tyler and Evan. We're not getting a divorce. We
Oh
are
man.
we are your mother and father.
So I was browsing Facebook a little bit,
All right.
and do you remember our friend Trez from middle school?
He was African American.
Don Trez, yeah.
Don Trez, yeah, Don Tizzle.
Well, he posted a video on Facebook that's just like the world's biggest Japanese orgy. Oh my god. And it is like the most annoying sound in the world because they're all moaning
Oh my
in
god.
really high pitched voices, and there's seriously like 300 people here.
You need to. I need to be friends with him on Facebook. I don't know why I'm not.
I don't know why this is on Facebook though. That is absurd.
He's one of those guys that goes onto like the porno websites and it has the option to share with your friends on Facebook. So he's like he's one of a million people who clicks on that. Who's like, you know what? I enjoyed this porn so much. You know who else would enjoy it? My friends
My
and family.
I don't think he's like that at all.
No, I don't think so either. I miss Don Trez though. Him and I used to talk about WWE back in the day all the time.
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, we used to sit through history class, and he used to talk about the white people suppressing him and shit like that.
It's because we do.
Sorry, Don Trez. And the whole.
I am too.
But yeah, okay. There's nothing to do with our podcast, but let's get into that anime world. Our old being otakus over here.
Anime. My waifu.
Sari senpai. This is our this is our kawaii part of the podcast.
Super kawaii. Peace signs.
Peace signs, cat ears. Man, you just sent me that link on Facebook, didn't you?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm not gonna open it. But man, so Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama finally introduces Goku's mother.
Sweet.
In an upcoming magazine.
Why would they do that?
In an upcoming magazine in Japan, he will be publishing, I don't know, sometime this month, but we'll get our first ever glimpse at what Goku Mother's looks like. So
I bet she looks exactly the same as him, except with boobs.
no,
Like,
I
you ever
actually
seen that picture?
What's that?
You ever seen that picture of Goku sitting on the Dragon Ball, and it's like I came in like a Dragon Ball?
No.
I'll have to send you the picture. We'll put it in the show notes. I bet that's what she looks like, though.
All right. What I think it's speculation. I'm just speculating, guys. I'm not making any predictions. I'm not the Nostradamus of our time period or anything like that. But I think Akira Toriyama is going to have this weird Oedipus complex kind of thing, where his mom is going to look like Chi-Chi, his wife. So there was subconscious Oedipus complex in the show. I know that.
That would be weird.
That's all. If you when they publish that book in the magazine and you just see basically Chi-Chi with a fucking scouter on her face. What now, people? You cannot deny me my speculation. So I was right once,
No,
and I'm going for 3 times.
Just gonna speculate everything now.
It's called the SpecuCast. Renaming us. We're no longer Comics Relief.
That's fine.
It's just me coming on the air, and I'm just speculating everything.
She was described to be a particularly gentle representative of the Saiyan alien warriors.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi is not gentle.
No, but compared to a Saiyan, she is.
They do look like they could be related.
I think every Akira Toriyama character looks like they could be related.
Yeah, you're right.
Except for Krillin. Krillin's and Chaozu.
Yeah. Chaozu's funny.
And Piccolo. Those 3 they're on their own, but everyone else are fucking related.
Look, Vegeta, a Chaozu.
maybe Nappa and Krillin, they're related.
Sorry, it's Look, Vegeta, a Pokemon.
A Pokemon. Okay, let's get off that topic. And speaking of more introductions, we have Goro Miyazaki, who is the son of the high famed, our one true god, Hayao Miyazaki. But he's working on a TV anime adaptation of a Swedish novel called Ronia the Robber's Daughter. And
is this a screenshot from the show?
Yes.
Oh wow.
It looks good.
Yeah, like he's gonna live up to the name.
He's
I think.
Here's just a little history about Goro Miyazaki.
I've never seen any of his work.
Shit. He came out with, or Hayao Miyazaki announced he was retiring, and then Goro Miyazaki directed his first film under the Studio Ghibli name, and it was kind of not up to the Studio Ghibli standards.
Oh no.
So here comes Hayao Miyazaki to the rescue and comes out of retirement, and he wrote and produced Goro Miyazaki's next movie called From Up on Poppy Hill. And that one, it turned out better. There is some weird, almost incest happens in that
That's weird.
in that, but it's not incest. It doesn't happen, but they turn out to not be brother or sister. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling from Up on Poppy Hill. I'm not. It's not going to ruin your experience if I tell you kind of what happens. But
Yeah.
it was definitely it was a good watch. It was kind of like a slice of life, Studio Ghibli drama, and Studio Ghibli has produced those kind of movies. Like Only Yesterday isn't the high fantasy world Studio Ghibli movies that we're used to with Hayao Miyazaki. It's kind of like the relatable anime movies that you can kind of relate to more. It's more down to earth. It's more realistic.
Yeah.
But it was much better. And I think this TV series, which is going to be done with a Studio Ghibli paired with another animation studio, and it's going to be on the NHK in Japan. But I think this is going to be a good, more training grounds for Goro Miyazaki to end up start to start making those types of Hayao Miyazaki-esque movies in the future. I think a TV series is perfect, for him to kind of get his feet a little bit more wet, and he's going to be swimming a little bit more. And I think it looks like it's going to be good, and the concept is good. It's going to be based off a book, and if it's anything like Miyazaki's works that have been based off books, it's going to be a good TV series. And um, I hope that I find a way to watch it, while it's, simulcasting, airing in Japan. I hope I'm able to watch it here in the States like I am every other anime that's out there. I can watch, at least a couple days after it airs in Japan. But
yeah, I hope so too.
It looks good, but it kind of leads us into our next topic of discussion. And Miyazaki was published, or now we're moving on to Hayao. What are you doing over there?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Am I making a lot of noise?
Yeah, you're making a lot of
sorry.
noise. What the fuck is Tyler doing?
I didn't mean to.
Anyways.
Let's see.
So Tyler just kind of left this world for a little bit, and
I read a little bit about this next article.
Okay. Hayao Miyazaki said the problem with anime industry is that it's full of otaku.
Yeah.
And he was published in a news article, and I looked on some forums, I looked everywhere, and some people are like, it's translated wrong, it's not, it's your perspective is wrong, but whatever. But basically, it's just saying is that Miyazaki sees that there's a problem, and that anime's main creators right now is that it's geared towards, and it's being made by what Japan dubbed the otaku. And I don't know, Tyler.
So like super anime nerds.
Yeah, it's basically what we call neckbeards over here, almost, kind of. People who are introverted, they're kind of also antisocial. What they most perceive about the world, the real world, is kind of lives in like a fantasy land.
Because they get all their ideas from anime.
Yeah, that's basically it. So just people create anime creates otaku create more anime, and that just kind of builds from there. But some people were saying, he said people aren't going out into the real world and seeing how real people act and how real people walk and how real people move and stuff like that. And that's what, people are saying that's where we're missing the ball at in the translation, is that's all Miyazaki's saying, is that people aren't going out into the real world and watch, basically people watching. Because, like,
yeah,
I saw that Miyazaki wanted to know how the way a woman's dress moved when, she did something. So what he did was he sat with a pen and paper in a local mall and just sat there for hours watching, looking at women, basically, and seeing how their clothes moved and stuff like that, which, could be creepy, thinking about it now, but that's how he did it.
And that's how it should be.
And that's how, he watched, he people watched, and
that's why Miyazaki's a cut above the rest too. Is he actually goes out and does stuff like that rather than just taking inspiration from other animes. I mean,
right.
This is like why we have shows like Naruto.
Yeah. Exact. I can't disagree with you on that. But, as I'm digging deeper to find out more answers about this, I've come across, the Anime News Network, and it's just a shitstorm in the
Yeah,
forum.
it really is.
People were saying shit like, this industry would die, if it wasn't for the otaku and stuff like that. And it's like, all right, we'll give you that. And then people are like saying stuff like, yeah, and Miyazaki isn't, he isn't otaku, or isn't, appealing to the otaku, even though all his main characters are prepubescent girls in frilly dresses. Like, I think they're looking into it wrong.
I think so too.
He's just he people are saying that he's going senile and he's becoming the next Alan Moore, and that's where from earlier I said we're going to talk about Alan Moore. I don't think that. It's just Miyazaki. He's very renounced. He knows what he's doing. So when he says something and it's completely, it off kilters thing, it kind of turns the tables a little bit and it catches people off guard. It just, the shitstorm has come. Like, and especially from American otakus, where they're just
the
like
worst.
The forum is just filled with, I can't believe, I had so much respect for Miyazaki, and then he goes out and he says this is just disrespectful. Well, you know what? Yeah. I think the show fucking Orimo is fucking disrespectful. It's a fucking show that's about a guy and his little sister, and he finds out that his little sister's an otaku. So then he starts worrying about her, and he starts hanging out with her and stuff, and then he fucking falls in love with her. And in the light novels, they fucking agree that they know they can't get married, but they're meant to be with each other. And I just think that's fucked up.
It is.
Like shit like
it's
that.
Really weird.
Like shit like dating sims and stuff like that, where an option is where you get to fucking date your own sister. It's fucked up.
It's weird.
Fucking lolly, like the lolly type of girls, they're fucking before the ages of 16, and they're getting groped in public and shit like that, and they're wearing skimpy clothing, I'm not trying to sound like a prude or anything, I'm just saying it's fucked up. Anime is a fucked up world, everyone.
As far as anime goes today, yeah, it really is.
Yeah, like there's good classic anime out there. You can go out there and watch Berserk. Don't go out there and watch Berserk.
No, Berserk's awesome.
Berserk is pretty awesome, but it's fucking long as hell.
And bloody.
Yeah. But there's good stuff out there, and I'm not saying that right now there's not good stuff. I've watched Attack on Titan, that's good. There's Kill la Kill, that's good. But a lot of it is geared towards how much high action can we put into our anime, kind of like violence driven, or it's, there's no story. And Miyazaki, he's a storyteller and he's an artist at the same time. And, anime now is just missing it.
Yeah.
And he, all respect, he had to voice what he had to, what he sees the anime world as now. And you know what? God, if you don't like someone's fucking opinion, deal with it. That's all I have to say.
Pretty much.
That and that anime is a giant fucked up world, and there is fucked up shit out there, and there are people who are okay with fucking incest and shit like that. It's fucked up. It's completely fucked. But Miyazaki, love you, man. Stay true forever. When you die, I'm gonna get your name tattooed on my chest. Gonna wear a t-shirt with your face on it. Gonna pour some 40s on your grave. I'm not gonna do that. That's fucking our anime news today. I just had to get it out.
That's quite the rant.
Yeah. And I watch enough anime. I read enough about shit, and it just
he has a really good point. The otaku are ruining anime,
right? And like, true, there would be the anime industry wouldn't be as big as it is today if it wasn't for the otaku. But
yeah, but a lot of them don't even support it. They just pirate all the anime.
They either pirate it or they fucking buy those $200 statues and shit like that. Fucking lovey hug pillows and shit like that.
Hug pillows are fun. That shit's weird. Hug pillows.
It's fucking weird.
I want to get one.
I only hug pillow that I approve of is James Franco and his hug pillow on 30 Rock.
What is it?
James Franco plays himself on the show 30 Rock, and he's keeping his secret love affair a secret, and they find out that he's in love with his hug pillow. It's pretty funny. He has a name for it and everything. It's a pretty funny episode.
Is it like a specific character from an anime or something?
No. It's just like a generic anime girl on a pillow.
Sweet.
So
that's really funny.
Yeah, it's funny. And I have more in me to say, but I'm gonna stop talking about fucking anime today. Man, let's get on to the awards part of this show. And yeah, okay. Our first award goes to the Twitter of the week. Twitter of the week goes to. I'm sorry, I burped, everyone. It goes to Ghetto Hikes.
This is a really fun Twitter. I enjoyed it.
This is one of the first Twitters I ever followed.
Yeah, this is a guy. His description is: I'm 28. I have a full-time job leading urban kids of all races on nature hikes. I simply write down the shit they say, and then he posts it on Twitter. If you want to check this Twitter out, it's at Ghetto Hikes. There's some very funny shit on here. Like,
let's read some of our favorite tweets.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read this one. Yo, Mr. Cody, how many of these mushrooms I gotta eat before Super Mario the fuck out of this place?
Desmond Dunn carved his name into the side of this tree. Now people's gonna think some Indian hieroglyphic shit went down here.
Mr. Cody, hook me up with a glue stick. I'm gonna cut and paste this fucking orange leaf into my memories book.
Mr. Cody, how many magic lamps you think buried out here? Homie got some wishes he needs granting.
Them sheeps is funny looking. Homie wearing a Snuggie all the time.
I'ma tape a kudos bar onto Raymond's back. We get attacked by a bear or something, he gonna eat his ass first.
Quinn's fat ass way back there. Homie can't keep his pants up. Trying to borrow a belt. I'm like, nobody here wear the size equator. Yeah, so this is a really wonderful Twitter. Check it out. It's at Ghetto Hikes. What?
It's not. It hasn't been recently updated. It's only got a total of 74 tweets. But it was last published.
432,000 followers.
Yeah, that's true. But it's a good one. You spend a good half hour on this. reading through these tweets. They'll give you a good laugh.
I really enjoyed them.
Yeah, it's pretty funny stuff. Moving on in the award show. Do we got anything else?
I think that was it this week. Wasn't it?
That is it. Stay tuned.
Didn't find a neckbeard this week. No independent comics this week.
Actually, give me just a moment on that independent comics. I actually have some news regarding independent comics.
Ooh. How exciting!
Yeah, this is very exciting. Anyways, there's an event coming out. For geared towards independent comics. Let me just get on my fucking Tumblr for a little bit.
Tumblr is so cool. It makes me want to stay home from school.
Yeah, it does. Never mind. I take back what I said about the comics. There's no news.
All that waiting for nothing.
All that waiting for nothing, guys. I'm sorry. No, there is something. What we got here is, I'm just going on. I can't find. I go through my Tumblr and I like things so that will like appear. But like last week I did the same thing and somebody deleted the post. So like when I went back to reference it on the likes, it was gone. So I was like, oh my god, where's it at? And it's just it's not showing up right now. But there is a cool independent comic book event that's coming out, and I saw something, I thought I liked it, but I guess I didn't. Sorry guys.
Good grief.
I'm sorry. And but I was thinking about your question, Tyler, if I could have a wish to make come true.
Tacos?
No. I wish Lupin the Third was real.
Yeah, me too.
That's my wish. My one wish. My one wish in life.
What if he was real, but he just fucking hated you specifically?
Oh my god. Oh, I don't think I could go on living.
That'd be hilarious.
Lupin loved me. Lupin.
So you know what?
Lupin is my senpai. Okay.
You know who Adam Scott is?
Yeah.
He looks like your brother Ryan.
You think so?
I mean, I feel like he looks like your brother Ryan when Ryan was a bit younger.
Okay, here's a funny story. Me and my brother Ryan didn't get along with each other at one point in our lives, and like we were kind of like not talking to each other. And I complained about him to my one friend, our one friend Patrick. And it's funny that you bring up Adam Scott, because Adam Scott is the douchebag brother in Step Brothers.
He is.
And Patrick was like, is he like Adam Scott in Step Brothers? And like I'm sorry, Ryan, but like I was like so upset with it. I was like, yeah, that's exactly how he fucking acts. He's such a fucking douchebag. So it's funny that you just randomly bring up Adam Scott. And
yeah, every time I watch Parks and Recreation, I just think,
Ryan. But as big of a nerd as he is in Parks and Recreation, that is Ryan.
That is really funny.
Yeah, so
but yeah, I like him fine. He's a good dude. And I think Adam Scott's a pretty good actor.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a compliment.
It's a compliment, Ryan. It's a compliment.
they look really similar.
As much as the mean things that I said about you in high school, I was just a high schooler.
It's our celebrity award, our celebrity lookalike of the
week. Adam Scott and you know what? New segment, boom, right there. Celebrity lookalike award of the week goes to my brother Ryan and Adam. It's a dual award, so two people win it.
They both get trophies.
They both get trophies. They get imaginary trophies. Thanks, Tyler. I knew there was a reason for you on this show.
Yeah, all my not talking is redeemed.
I've talked a lot today.
I know, it's great.
Talk a lot all the time. I talk too much.
Nah, you talk just enough.
All right. Tyler, what's coming out this week?
I just don't talk enough.
What's coming out this week?
You don't know what's coming out.
You know what is? You know what? You know what came out today?
What's that?
Miss Marvel.
Ooh!
And
I forgot about that.
I downloaded it on my phone.
How was it? Just reading it?
It's good. I read it while I was supposed to be doing work.
You read the whole thing?
Yeah, I read the whole one, like 15 page book, because that's how long comic books are these days. It was good.
Can you give us like the inside scoop?
No.
All right. This week from Boom. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, all I can say about it is that it held up to day one expectations. I don't know how it will continue. We get to see her kind of be Miss Marvel in the first book, and I like it. And
I'm glad it's not shit.
I didn't think, there was speculation on my end. I always expect shit, because when they give you something better than shit, then it's better than what you thought, every time. If that's, the viewpoint you have in life. But anyways, it lived up to day one hype, and I hope it just keeps going. And like, they want it to be they want it to be a really good book. They want everybody reading this book, and I suggest it to everyone. It's a good read. So
I like that she's Pakistani.
Yeah, I know.
That's fun. I don't know, it supports more of a diverse standpoint in life, which is something I'm always all for. I'd probably pick that up today and read it, and then we can discuss it next week or something.
For sure. There's a funny part in it where she's they're vegetarians and whatnot, but she really likes the smell of meat. That's all I can say. I'll link a panel of it. It's what enticed me to download the book, and it was like her face was like in front of like the hamburger vendor in like a 7-Eleven, and the guy behind the counter is like, I'm gonna have to like start charging you for smells. And I was like, you know what? Because of this one little panel, I'm going to download that damn book.
That's really funny.
But yeah,
I'll pick it up and then we can talk about it next week.
Sweet. Yeah, go out and pick up as many books as you want. Go support your local comic book shop.
Yeah.
And by supporting your local comic books shops, you can go out and buy titles like these. Right, Tyler? What kind of books are coming out?
Hold on a second. My friend just texted me, and he said, "Who would your waifu be if you had one?" Oh God.
Are we doing this? Are we doing this now?
Who would your waifu be if you had one of them?
My waifu would be my girlfriend. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's the cop-out answer. Do I have to go? Do I have to go with like an anime girl, or do I have to go with? Could it be anybody?
Anime girl.
God damn it. Shit. Who would yours be?
I actually have a couple. My first one would be probably Balma. Because she's really awesome and techie. I don't know, she's actually kind of really dumb, but she's smart too. Let's see. My second one would be Elfin Leads Lucy.
That's not bad.
Because she has like 8 invisible arms that she could like either cut me in half or give me invisible hand jobs with.
My number one would have to be Yoko from Gurren Lagann. Yeah. She's got the sniper rifle. She's got the bikini top. She is she is my waifu, and I will gladly be her Kamina to her Yoko, if you know what I mean.
Lucy's she's such a badass, and then she like all of a sudden something switches in her brain and she turns into a retarded girl. She's not retarded. She's just like all of a sudden she has like the mentality of a 4-year-old. It's weird, and she turns into Mew.
Since
the only thing she can say.
Since you picked a second one, my number 2 would have to be Meryl from fucking Bash or from Trigun.
That'd be great.
That would be great. She's a cutie. Not to sound too otaku, but I guess Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop would be a.
She's a badass.
She's a badass for sure. Oh no, wait. Okay, my final decision on waifu would be Ash's mom in Pokemon.
I think that I don't want Lucy anymore just because she turns into Mew, who has the mentality of a child, which is really weird.
Right. You weirdo. You're fucking sick.
I'm a dirty otaku.
Get off my fucking podcast.
Oh man, who'd I pick? Bulma?
Bulma. We'll go with Bulma.
There's got to be another one though.
Bulma, Yoko, and Ash's mom.
Yoko Ono.
Yoko Ono. That's such a weird question for you to just randomly get over text message.
It really is, especially considering what we were just talking about.
Is that like a question of the week? Was it for the podcast?
No.
It was just a random question?
Yeah.
That's weird. Your friend's fucked up.
No, Steve's really great. I like him a lot.
Is it the Steve that I met?
Maybe?
I'm pretty sure. Who's the friend that was with us last time we hung out?
I don't know.
It was probably Steve.
I think it was.
When we hung out with Alex, too.
Alex who? Which Alex?
Alex, the girl Alex.
Yeah, that's him.
All right. Yeah, I know Steve. Hi, Steve. You're not weird. You're not weird like I said you are.
You're awesome. I love you, Steve.
You're a pretty cool guy. You drive a red car just like I do.
He likes Shin Megami Tensei.
Nice.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, that's
There's a penis monster in that game.
There's also a very, I guess it's a relatable. There's a relatable comic strip out there where it's like, where everybody who plays Shin Megami and Fire Emblem start loving the idea of having girls as loving girl characters or whatever. And I saw this little comic strip, and it was like a guy customizing his character, and he was like, damn, he's like, damn, I'm a pretty girl. Like, and I was like, that just struck me as like, do all the people who play that game love dressing up as girls or something? I don't know. I'm getting off topic.
So I think that the top, I mentioned there's a penis monster in Shin Megami Tensei, and its name is Mara, and it looks like a penis on wheels. And then I actually found a list of a bunch of them. It's like the top 10 genital-looking monsters from the series.
Oh my god!
There's Ariok, which is like a giant blob with a big old vagina on its belly and a big tongue sticking out of it.
You know what? I don't even think we're gonna get to the part of where we talk about what comics are coming out this week.
There's also a guy named Mishaguji, and it's like an anthropomorphic being with a penis for a head.
Oh my god! All right, let's stop talking about fucking penises.
But wait, there's also a guy named Rahu, which is like a purple man with a bunch of eyes. And he's got like a unicorn horn coming out of his head that looks just like a dick.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I got one more.
Oh my god.
There's another character called Diana. And her ankles are boobs, her knees are boobs, her hips are 4 boobs, her shoulders are boobs, and she has 5 boobs on her head.
That's a lot of fucking boobs.
Yeah, we need to put this in the show notes.
Tyler, you damn well start sending me some links.
I'll send you right now.
Okay, let's just skip what's coming out this week. Miss Marvel's coming out this week, guys. Go check it out.
Miss Marvel came out this week.
Let's move on to letter time. And we get a letter. We have one letter.
We got one?
It's not even a fucking, it's hate mail. It's hate
From
mail.
who?
It's from my brother Drew.
Oh.
Last week on the show, I misquoted him about going and seeing Catching Fire.
That's a funny story, though.
Yeah. I said that he said that it was a perfect date movie, even though he didn't go see the first one. And he said it's a perfect date movie because guys like action movies and girls like action movies if they have a strong female lead. What's
or
great?
A strong love story.
Yeah, he said.
Does.
What's great is that Jennifer Lawrence looks young and non-sexual, like a normal man. And a normal man won't get a boner watching the female lead. I'm just reading what Drew wrote. I don't care. You can think, this is weird, Drew. Don't send us hate mail. He also says this will keep your date from getting offended the way she would be if you were, say, watching Barbed Wire. That's a weird fucking movie to quote. And then he says, congrats on your first hate mail. Thanks, Drew. Fucker.
Thanks, Drew. I kind of agree with him. I mean, she's pretty non-sexualized in the movie, which is really cool because most movies nowadays do overly sexualize women, which is really unfortunate because there's a lot more to women than sexiness. I mean, they are the same as you or me. They just have different genitalia.
Yeah.
They are great minds. They are wonderful people, and I like this movie actually recognizes women for that. I mean, she is strong and she is intelligent, just like a lot of women that I know.
Yeah, and you know who also has strong female leads in their movies?
Who's that?
Hayao Miyazaki.
He really does.
Our one true god.
You can tell that he's just a lot more respectful.
Yep, I totally agree. Strong female leads also make for a really interesting story. It's something different. It's breaking the norm, and I love it. But
now we just need a movie with a strong female lead that doesn't have an intertwined love story. Well, but I mean, like every movie now has a love story, and
right? Everything's a love story. You've heard it, folks. That is the news. But anyways, we got hate mail today, and if you wanted to send us hate mail or just a question or anything, where could one say send that to, Tyler?
We'd prefer if you sent it on comicsreliefpodcast@gmail.com.
What's that one more time?
comicsreliefpodcast@gmail.com.
And folks, the reason why I make Tyler say it twice is because, my God, sometimes even I forget what the Gmail is.
Yeah, it's good to have a little reminder.
Yeah.
You can also check us out on Twitter at comicsreliefpod, or you can check us out on Tumblr, which is comicsrelief.tumblr.com, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, so if you want to send us anything, if you want to send us nice little letters about how awesome we are or something like that, we will gladly read it on the air and answer any questions you have. And by the way, what's up?
Go ahead. Sorry.
I said even if you want to send us hate mail, we'll read that too.
Yeah, and I forgot you can also check us out on Facebook, which the website is facebook.com/comicsrelief.
Yep, it's a good Facebook. We got awesome. we got art and everything.
Yeah, we have cool pictures on there.
Yeah,
we have a cool picture on there.
A cool picture of us as comic book people. I love it.
The comic book adds 50 pounds.
I'm totally making T-shirts of that, just to let you know.
All right.
Giant T-shirts with us popping out of them.
I'd put a sticker of it on my car.
It'd be a kick-ass sticker. People would
I wonder if we're allowed to do that.
People would be like, "Hey, yo." Yeah, I mean, it's ours. We asked him to do it. He gave it to us, so we get to do whatever we want with it.
I would run that by him first.
Yeah, it's ours. It's ours. But I was saying, if you put that on your truck or your car, people will be like, "Hey, who's those two cool dudes that are on the back of your car?" And you could gladly tell them, "That's Comics Relief, the coolest podcast on the internet right now." I guarantee
Almost.
I guarantee you it will get you laid more than anything else in this world if you had a sticker of that on the back of your car. I'm not
It will
talking
get you laid more than 5 times in 1 week.
5 times. That's more than I can count on one hand.
Results not typical, but do it anyway.
As we said, guys, early in the podcast, we are our own sponsors, so we got to get the word out about Comics Relief.
Yeah, any way possible. We'd appreciate like a share of our Facebook page, or just I don't know, tell your friends if you have friends that are into comics or movies or whatever.
Yeah,
Video games.
Unlike my one friend who I invited to the Facebook page because I was like, "Hey, you like comics?" And he was like, "I do like comics. I go to Comic Con every year." And I was like, "You should check out our podcast." And he was like, "Oh right, I will." And he never did. And you know what he ended up doing? He ended up making his own podcast. I was
what
like,
a dick.
I was like, that fucker. You gotta be shitting me.
Also, there's that other podcast called Comic Relief that came out a couple months after us.
That's true. And they seem to be more settled in the sand than we are. They got fucking iTunes and everything. We'll be on the iTunes, guys. Don't worry.
It's just because they paid for it first. I mean, it kind of sucks because we had the name first.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. We'll be on. We got a cooler image. You got cooler hosts. You got your best friends, Tyler and Evan.
We are your best friends.
We are. We're with you every step of the way. When you're in college class and you're taking a test, just know we're right behind you, rooting for you. All right, guys. That's what you got going on this week, Tyler.
I'm going to go to the lunch with my mother on Friday.
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow I'm going to go shovel off the roof of a gynecologist building for some money.
Sweet.
Because it's very, very snowy.
Yeah, I believe it. This has been a very snowy winter.
I'm going to work a whole bunch.
Nice.
That's pretty much it. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna stop drinking 7-Up before I get on the podcast because I'm wired off sugar.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm making weird voices and stuff like that.
At least it's caffeine free.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna try read some books. I actually have a free weekend this. I was supposed to go film some dog sled racing, which I thought was gonna be cool, and then I was like, wait a minute, it's not showing on the website that the dog races are this weekend. So I asked my boss, and I was like, hey, do you have any information about the dog sled races? And she's like, no, I don't. And she gave me the email of people who would, and so I emailed the Mid-Michigan dog race assembly, whatever it's called. And I was like, hey, you guys doing the dog sled races this weekend? And they were like, no, we canceled that last fall. And I was like, I had it on my calendar for 5 months. So I was like, oh man, I got a weekend. So I think you and I should hit up some Borderlands this weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I would absolutely be okay with that. Maybe later today. Maybe. I'm probably gonna play a little bit after the podcast, maybe after I take a shower and stuff. But
yeah, right.
I gotta take a shower so I can impress my PS3.
Yeah, I know those feelings. Yeah. I've been rejected by my PS3 many times because I haven't showered.
That'd be awesome if I had a smell detector, so I just wouldn't turn it on.
It's like you smell like Funyuns and the butt crack of a neckbeard. Go shower before you play some video games.
Bitch, you smell like garbage water. Please go take a bath.
I wish the 360 Kinect or Xbox One Kinect would detect a neckbeard and be like, go shave.
Those are revolutionary ideas. I think they should get brought up to the developers.
This is why I drink 7-Up, people. I become revolutionary.
The Xbox One just told the world that they have 2 patches to improve the bullshit Connect whatever gay stuff. They're just gonna improve the functionality of it.
Have you seen that guy who's fucking trolling people on the internet and he cut his
Xbox turn off?
Yeah, his username's Xbox turn off. So people be like, God damn it, Xbox turn off, and Xbox turn off.
Oh, that's so funny. My friend was telling me about that at work, and I got a good kick out of it.
It's pretty funny. You're a pretty funny guy.
That's such a good name.
If you're a
such a good name.
If you're a neckbeard, you're getting a neckbeard of the week award.
That's really funny though. I love that guy.
Man, God, this podcast has been going on for a while now.
So?
Yeah, so who cares? If you made it this far, you get a gold star.
You can have a cookie, kind of. No, you have to go buy it yourself, but you can have one.
But you can have it. I just want to thank everybody who tuned in and stayed this long to listen to this podcast.
Yeah, guys, we really appreciate your listening. It's very nice of you. I hope we were at least mildly entertaining.
Yeah, I hope so too. Hope we gave you enough news. Stay tuned next week. Hopefully we'll have it out to you by Wednesday. If not,
hopefully we can get on iTunes soon.
It's happening. It's got to happen.
Yeah.
I told you it's in the works.
It is in the works.
But anyways, this has been Evan.
And I am Tyler.
And this has been Comics Relief. See you.
Cue Law and Order SVU theme song.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.